3, 2, 1. We're live. Welcome to Slow News Day Live, everyone. We out here in DC. I'm Glory. You know who I am. That's Misty. That's Fee. Who are you?
It's the last time Glory opens the show. So we're. I'm not gonna do this again. I'm not. Just not. Hey everyone, thanks for hanging out. We're here in Washington D.C. In a just cesspool of concentrated evil and razor wire. That was neat. And concrete blast walls and shit like that. Right in front of the Capitol building. This is going to be a special episode of Fuck Your Faves with Comrade Mindy. We know that the next time we're going to do this, that Fee was going to be a part of this, because everyone told me that the next time we do this, Fee was going to be a part of it. So here we are.
I need 3 ranting women around you, Steve.
I have 3 sons at home. I really don't get the energy, you know. Whereas if you guys sit here and bitch, it's usually not at me, so I'm cool with that.
We can make that happen.
I'm sure you
that
can.
Be arranged.
This is not an invitation to do that. This is not this is, you know, a little bit of post-event decompression. First of all, real quick, before we get into any of this shit, to all the people who helped make this possible, we fucking love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We don't get to do this without you. This is solely because you guys came through. Yeah.
Crazy. You can't see them, but they're working. We're here and stuff, and they're back there. Yeah.
So with that, I'm just going to hand the microphone to Comrade Mindy.
Yeah.
Since this is your moment to shine. Go, you crazy diamond.
Every moment is my moment to shine.
Go, you crazy diamond.
Okay, so here's the thing though. I'm in like a really good mood because we had a great event today, or events, plural. We had a decent turnout for it being in the middle of some weird ass shit, including the, you know, like razor wire and whatever else the fuck was going on. So we had a pretty decent turnout and we had fun. And it was cold. And
cold.
Well, I was cold. I'm telling my own truth.
It was
Glory
cold for
Jones.
us normal folk. Glory.
Yeah. Yeah, Glory wasn't cold. She's weird though.
I know.
But yeah, I was cold, but it was still fun. And we got to get We got to get some anger out because we got to yell through the streets of DC at the likes of Google and YouTube and CNN and Fox News. And that was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. Like, I kind of felt like it was verbal. You know how, like, they take you someplace and give you a sledgehammer and tell you, like, fuck shit up, and that's, like, therapy? I felt like it was verbal that. Yeah. You know? Like, it was fun. It felt good.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
I think there was at one point towards the end of the march where we were literally just like, fuck the CIA, fuck the FBI, fuck the DHS, fuck Bill Gates, and then like a bunch of other people. And it really felt amazing. The energy there was so awesome. And I love everybody there. And a quick shout out as well to everybody else around the world doing this shit. Saw this stuff in Amsterdam, in Mexico City, all over the world, really. Huge events in Australia, New Zealand, and big shout out to fucking Team London doing their shit.
Also,
literally doing guerrilla.
What, Sleepy?
Sleepy?
I said, don't, everyone check out the Candles for Assange Twitter for
Yeah,
updates on the
everybody
other
check
events.
out at Candles for Assange on Twitter for everything you need. But also follow Allison Mason because she's been posting updates on the London events. She's been doing such awesome. Okay, Christopher, I see your comment. But yeah, Team London has been doing absolutely amazing stuff. They've literally been doing like guerrilla protest where they dodge cops and like put up a couple of recruitment newspapers and do a little impromptu protest there. And then they keep going through all the danger. And I just have so much love for them for that. And yeah, make sure to
This
boost.
isn't very fuck your faves-y, y'all.
Yeah,
very,
this is-
happy and thank you. and-
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, fuck your faves is gonna be hard for me because somebody needs to piss me off.
Well,
Something I don't like.
Christopher
Let's go.
Christopher did mention someone in the comments, but
Wait, is it?
no.
Okay, no. Wait, can I see them? Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, you could see it, Christopher. I see you, but not yet.
How far back is it?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
I feel like that's kind of like low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
so look.
Okay.
Look, wait,
Okay.
whoa,
Listen.
whoa,
Okay. So.
So the whole point of the show is to punch way the fuck up above our weight class, and
Don't you let me bitch about people like that are just like my annoying trolls?
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I know, but this doesn't apply to either of that, and it's punching down. I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Somebody piss me off. Let's go.
Because someone made a beautiful, glorious GIF yesterday that had all the nicknames for Sean King on a Star Wars like text crawl. So while we're here, since it can't be,
Why? We gotta say why.
Why? Because listen, I don't care how good your fade is. You can't get a fade and a goatee and start calling yourself Black Sean King. Because no, Rachel Dolezal, Hewlett P. Newton, Talcum X, racial identity buffering head ass. So we're gonna find the GIF right now, and then like he deserves all the fucking jokes. Okay. Well, you gotta start it over.
Well,
Okay. Once it starts over. Okay. I'm gonna try to read this as it keeps going, y'all. Keeps going.
yeah, it just does.
Yeah.
What is it?
It'll
Is that all of the nicknames? Oh.
yeah,
it's a good amount.
It's
Every
yeah.
time he says something.
Okay, there we go.
different thing.
Talcum X, Thurgood Partial, WB, Evie Duvlog, Martin Luther King, Kuna Dujapar, Iggy Apilio, James Pearl Jones, Tupac Sugar, Crooker T. Washington, Alexander Scamilton, Bet He White, Hewlett P. Newton, Milk Chamberlain, Albino Sharpton, Mayo Angelou, Stevia Wonder, Thurgood Marshmallow, GoFundMe, Washington Carver, Neil deGrasse, you Whiteson.
Neil deGrasse, you white son.
Blankston
Yeah.
Hughes, T'Chaka, Chaka Khan, Jaleel White, Pale Reveal, Froderick Douglass, Powder Ranger, Harriet Tupayman, Topman, Scamuel L. Jackson, Nelson Ghost Malone, Django Uncolored, Louis There's so many guys. Okay, let me see if I missed anyone. Crooker
Hughes, you got
Crooker
that, right?
T. Washington, yeah, I did.
Who did that?
Richard Dolezal,
Genius.
Scamuel L. Jackson, Nelson Maniello,
Honky
Stevie
Kong.
Wonder, Brett Honky Kong,
Honky Kong.
Whack Panther, Toupee Bro Winfrey. Okay, I think we're about to go through the names of the rest of the GIF because I don't want to rob y'all of these amazing nicknames.
Pale Revere's pretty good.
Yeah, Pill Reviews.
Yeah.
Jesse
I like
Jet's in the
all-
chat.
I like
Hey,
Albino
Jesse.
Sharpton. I like GoFundMe Washington Carter. That's a good one. Reverend Jesse Fraction, Honky Kong, Black Panther, Django Uncolored, Martin. Okay, yeah. And then the last one's gonna be Martin Luther Keyboard. But yeah, some amazing nicknames. Cause fuck Sean King, and fuck Sean King, and he should never be forgiven for grifting off of Black deaths while doing nothing to actually help the community in a proactive way. And like, listen, one of those nicknames as well had to do with Reverend Jesse Jackson. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I got to meet Reverend Annie yesterday. So, and while we were at
a brilliant segue.
And while we were at her place yesterday, she brought up Jesse Jackson. And what'd she say? She said he was a pimp. So I'm going to reiterate that as well. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, they're pimps. Fuck all these people who like to profit off of the Black struggle while doing nothing to help it.
Pimps. What? Disco preachers and poverty pimps. Two of my favorite Reverend Danny-isms. Doing fantastic. I had 2.5 hours, I think. Decent. More than I usually get.
When did your interview come out with her?
As soon as we can.
Yeah.
As soon
I
as
think
we
it was longer than that because we had the pre-conversation, then we had combos and review. Then we had a good
I got
conversation.
2.5 hours of sleep.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh.
It was awesome, guys. I got to ask
one
her
nice
about
stuff.
the Razor Brigade and shit.
I know.
Yo, no, I've got to upload that conversation. We'll
Maybe
do
she's
that.
got something to.
Fee, you got anyone to bitch about?
Get us fired
Fee.
up.
Fee.
Where's your happy?
Fee.
I was
Do I?
was getting there.
You're in a
Sean,
good mood, too.
I can't help it. Look at where I am.
Aww. There's nothing but love and affection here. I'm really happy with the way everything turned out, but I'm also very keenly aware now of who is really gonna walk the walk, because like I said many times, and I don't mean to ruin you guys' moment of endearment, but I would have hoped that more independent media supported the Action for Assange event, the Clovers for Assange, and even our fuck censorship protests, because first of all, they're independent media, so they should care about censorship and Julian Assange. Second of all, it just seems like all these people are going on Twitter and putting the hashtag Clovers for Assange without having fucking supported at all this whole event at all and talked about it. And then the weird thing that happened with Jen Perlman in her town hall, and then MPP putting it in their email when they didn't work or contact with anybody, is really, really, it just seems really opportunistic to me, especially if you're not working in coalition or even supporting or sharing something until you get called out and until you are expose yourself for really not being truthful when it comes to this. I don't understand why we have to see each other as enemies. We should see each other as comrades, each other as people who support each other, because we are all under attack by the same fucking people. So it just doesn't make any sense to me that these people wouldn't really be supportive unless it's either they feel threatened or they are afraid of getting some backlash, whatever it is. I mean, if you're in this type of work, you can't be afraid of a backlash. The backlash is going to happen no matter what you do. So we're learning who's who and who walks the walk. That's all I want to say, because it's becoming very, very clear.
Hey, we got Big Rob in the chat.
Rob, yes.
Love you, Rob. Sorry, Sleepy, probably just blew your ears out. But also, just off of what Fiorella said, it's not even about being enemies or whatever. I don't like those people. Like the people who talk shit about us and smear us and what. I don't like those people. I also don't obsessively stalk their Twitter feed to find things to be outraged about, and that's how I spend my time. I ignore them. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot for me to even bother to engage, and I try really hard not to, unless it's just something that. What usually gets me is that they start going after these people, and it pisses me off, because you can come at me, that's fine, because I'm not for everybody, and I'm fully aware of that. But don't trying to degrade or dismiss the work that is put in by these people pisses me off. It's a really good way to get me going. And I've been trying to just completely ignore them, because that's what they want. Yeah. They want me to get pissed off. They want me to yell at them. They want me to say something that they can report me on or whatever. And honestly, they're just not worth my time. Like, I have things to do.
Mic closer.
What? Oh, yeah. So I don't really have any desire whatsoever to spend time on those people. Where are they today? I'm just wondering, like, where are they today? Because we're here. We were in the streets today. And it's very interesting how and I'm not like, this isn't me gatekeeping, but these are the people who come at us the hardest are people that don't really do much.
Well, yeah, okay. So even
That's
if
not gatekeeping
That's-
because we've invited them.
yeah.
Yes,
Even
they
if
have been
you
invited.
Don't like Action for Assange, at least boost the London team, at least boost the other events, because like even though like this whole
There are other
the
groups.
even though the idea of the Clovers for Assange protest is something that Action for Assange started, it's like it's an international day of action. So the DC events isn't the only fucking event happening. Like that's the point that we tried to make, that it's an international day of action because it's part of a growing mass movement. So like the fact that people can't understand that, it's just petty. It shows you that they're not about the fucking issues, and it's dumb. It's dumb. And real quick, I hate how happy I am, guys. It's supposed to be a fuck your faves episode.
I was trying
But-
to get this off, and
But reactions nobody asked for. Gave us $100. Said hearts and kisses. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's fucking awesome. And again, Rob, it's so awesome to see you in the chat, buddy.
Yeah. And
Hope-
Suzanne, the woman who I said donated last night, Suzanne, she said it was okay to say. So thank you, Suzanne. That was very generous of you. And I also want to shout out Max and Richie. I met Richie today. Max couldn't make it. I don't think he could get off of work or whatever. But they were.
awesome.
Yeah. So thanks for coming up and saying what's up. Yeah. I just want to give them a quick shout out too. See,
Yeah.
this is so like happy and loving.
I know.
So I just to kind of circle back to a little bit of that, man. It off the back of activists is a traditional way for people to skip some steps and to get a little bit more recognition for whatever it is that they're doing, and that's going to happen. It's baked in. It is. You can usually tell who's doing that, because they're not showing up at events when it's been critical. There was tepid support, but that depends on what you define as critical, because critical support happens when everybody's not looking. Critical support happens when the spotlight goes away, and
take care.
Whatever little push in a news cycle that has happened, especially about Julian Assange. How many days into the month-long round of witness hearing with absolutely fascinating shit
Yes.
that happened in it, and incredible revelations and fucking just ridiculous theater. My dog ate my fucking laptop. I'm sorry.
Shankman testimony alone. Why? Thanks,
Trevor
I'm
Tim.
really glad you asked that, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Yeah, Trevor Tim and Carrie Shinkman, like almost back to back, almost. And nobody, like no, not nobody, because we've already named and thanked the people that did go above and beyond to cover that. But when it comes to, I don't know, dude. It's so easy to not do anything about it, make a video or throw together a panel and be like, ta-da, and if it gets people involved that wouldn't have ordinarily been involved, fucking fantastic. That's.
But does it also direct some of those people who are getting involved into getting involved in a way that isn't all that effective?
Mhm.
Like it's very passive,
Yeah, no.
Then they watch those
So
shows and they think,
I'm helping.
This is activism, right? No. I think people understand, I hope, that activism takes place in 3 dimensions as well as in the digital space, and I understand that there are still people that have severe reactions to the COVID narrative and may not even want to
like,
conceive
here's the
of free
thing.
assembly as something that they would ever participate
Yeah, but
in
like,
again.
here's the thing on that though: is I go to tons of like Black Lives Matter organized. Like, yes, even the co-opted organization is still having fucking protests. So like, and you know, they're at this point they're telling people, oh, make sure you wear double masks now. And like, yeah, I think it's like dumb, but hey, it's something. They're still getting people out there. So like, the point shouldn't be to be like, oh, look at these people endangering my grandma and not wearing masks. The point should be, if you buy the COVID narrative, oh wow, this cause is so fucking important to people that they're willing to play it like that and they're willing to risk it like that. Like, that should be what people think, even if you believe the COVID narrative, because it's like, that's not really an excuse at this point. And like, I get that there are some extreme cases, I do, but like, it's an excuse at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, it's the fucking First Amendment.
Yeah.
And, you know, we should probably be a little bit more outraged by that. You know, it's the First Amendment is being decimated right now, like out loud. Like, that's what's so amazing, is that it is out loud. The Julian Assange stuff, yes, it's not covered by a lot of people and it doesn't get any like mainstream media attention, but it's not like they're hiding it. It's not being done like completely in the dark or whatever. It is happening out loud. You can find the information. You can go find the transcripts of the 3 or 4 days of medical testimony. Go read that shit and then come talk to me about Julian Assange and what you think of him. And, you know, I get it. Like, they've managed to strip away his humanity so that nobody gives a shit. But it's not only is it bigger than that, but dude is being tortured for journalism. And that's fucked up. And more people should be pissed off about that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
see, I'm even like nice, in my opinion. Like, I'm in such a good mood. I'm even nice when I'm like bitching. I know. I told you something needed to piss me off. I'm in a good mood. I'm with my people. We just had a great day doing direct action in the streets of DC. I got to yell at the top of my lungs, fuck the CIA and fuck Bill Gates and fuck Google. And that was good for me.
So maybe it's fuck your
fuck
faves.
your faves. Yeah.
With Comrade Mindy.
Maybe.
Go find
Maybe.
your favorite person.
so it's more like, fuck your faves.
Yeah.
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 This is not a great Misty rant session, or Mindy rant session for that matter. But you
Mindy
know,
money bag.
Mindy money bags. I have another.
So now people have decided that Mindy is loaded. Loaded. Like yeah. Like Glenda got rocks and shit over there and fucking
In Ohio?
Oh.
OH.
I mean, look, Cleveland has a millionaires row. Fee.
Listen, there's some nice houses in Upper Arlington. It's not far from me. I don't live in one of them.
So I don't know. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Like the smearing is constant. The attacks are constant. There's like almost like an ebb and flow as to whether or not it's just, you know, somebody who's like trying to like they perceive it as punching up, coming at us kind of thing, which is hilarious. I know, but it's either that or it's, you know, fucking the Daily Beast. Like I mean, there, steps along the way, and definitely on the way back down, because it always does kind of revert to, I don't know, dude, people who can't come up with their own ideas for a show, and people who don't have a strong enough opinion or know enough about the world around them to properly communicate it to an audience. I can't finish my fucking thought.
It's like,
Okay, well now you're gonna hand me the mic. So, in the spirit of fuck your face, fuck you, Steve.
nice.
But yeah, I mean that's why they always get pissed off at people like us talking to any and everyone, talking to people on the right, talking to people that don't disagree with us, because since they're not strong enough in their beliefs, then they have the perception that we're gonna be the same way. So we're gonna go up to them and fucking compromise on every one of our ideas and be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna agree with you, Mr. Right Winger. Yeah, I hate black people too. Yeah. Like, no, that shit doesn't happen. Like, we don't change just because we're in a different realm, but just because we're in the presence of someone that disagrees with us. Maybe our framing might change a bit, but we won't actually compromise any of our ideals, or we won't co-sign any of the shite ideas that they have, because hey, we're actually strong and firm in our ideas, and these fucks aren't. Y'all some weak ass motherfuckers. Y'all weak sauce if you think that we compromise with shit. Like, no. And while we're here, we have a super chat from Real Politics. Thank you. He says MCSC. That's us.
It's true. Everybody.
You guys prove that you are critical. Politics would not be the same without y'all. Thank you, Real Politics.
Oh,
So can I share something real quick?
absolutely.
All right. So according to, this is what Miss Amber just shared with me. DuckDuckGo, after months of stalling, Google finally revealed how much personal data they collect in Chrome and the Google app. No wonder they wanted to hide it. Spying on users has nothing to do with building a great web browser or search engine. We would know our app is both in one because this is DuckDuckGo. But apparently they've been stealing information. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that Google was stealing all this information?
Did you believe that, Steve?
I mean, it was very cathartic.
Unbelievable.
Saying fuck Google today.
Yes.
Fuck the CIA, fuck CNN, fuck Fox.
A lot of
fingers.
A lot
Yeah.
of V's.
Yeah.
They're stealing our content. I know we were talking to Ford Fisher, and he was telling us that this happens to him all the time, and he's going to try to help us out because they've been stealing our footage, as you guys may have heard, and using it to indict 2 people for the Capitol 6 insurrection, the Capitol 6 coup that happened.
Oh yeah.
And the domestic terrorists that should be compared to Al Qaeda, because that's how dangerous they are, right?
Somewhere to
Yeah.
go with that.
Oh, Steve's got something.
Yeah.
Let's go. CEO Scoop Gang is warming up. Okay.
Let's go.
Damn.
Show us what you got.
Man. No, but on that, so
Mhm.
if you recall, originally the story was that Officer Sicknick
Mhm.
was murdered, beaten
With
to
a fire
death
extinguisher.
or to near death, and then died as a result of complications that stemmed from being beaten with a fire extinguisher. Turns out that was bullshit.
Mhm.
Bullshit and lies. But repeated unquestioningly, uncritically, over and over and over and over again by
Everybody.
a fuck ton of people in the independent media.
Mhm.
The same people who freak the fuck out when you go, we don't have free and fair elections in this country.
No.
Only in the primary. Only in the primary.
I
is
have
it
had
worked.
people argue back at me that it was distracting from the issue to point out that as long as we have electronic voting machines with proprietary software, we have fucking privately owned elections, and they're like, no, it's a distraction. That you can't have a free and fair election if these things exist. If this is what you're basing your vote tabulation on, if this is how this thing is determined, no, you don't have free and fair elections. Oh, that's a distraction. It's beside the point. Beside the point, it's the fucking point, Tina.
Yeah. Speaking of, fuck you, Jordan Charlatan. Listen, bro.
Here we go.
Here we go. Like, I get it.
It's on.
You don't like the chuds, okay? The chuds are too scary for you. You don't like interacting with them. You don't like them. Okay, fine, whatever. Because of that, you don't have to go around fucking saying that this is a democratic election. Because the amount of motherfuckers in progressive media and the amount of motherfuckers in status quo that I see going on and on about this was a coup to overturn a democratic election. Bitch, what democratic election? What democracy?
Oh, grown ass adults.
Didn't they quit doing exit polls because they were so damn off?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened, Sleepy.
Listen, y'all, these are grown-ass adults living in the United States of America in the year 2020 at the time, and they still think that we have free and fair elections. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, that's a level of delusion, maybe, or I don't know what that is. I get it. The propaganda game in this country is strong, and from birth, we are brainwashed into thinking that this, like, it's the greatest country on earth. It's a beacon on a hill. It's the land of democracy and hope and fireworks and eagles.
Yeah.
And guns. And that's, we get all that stuff. Right?
And
It's automatic.
And they fucking gaslight and they say, yeah, no, the elections were rigged only in the primary, only for Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is the only person ever cheated in the history of the world. And it's like, yes, miraculously, the Democratic Party decided to have a spine and actually come across and say, you know what, we're not going to do anything in this election. And at any moment, they say, oh, well, you just want Trump to win. So you're just sour that Biden won. It's like, I've been talking about election integrity for 3 years, like almost 4 years now. How are you going to tell me that I'm only doing it because I want Donald Trump to win? Like, this is it. It's a shit show. It's theater. We don't elect people. They're selected. And a lot of these people who are still kind of like infants, like they don't realize. Yeah, like that we haven't had a democracy for a very long time. And when you go and you participate in your local elections or your local government and actually do the investigations to understand how elections work, you realize we don't have audits, but a 1% audit. And if that,
I have a rant.
we literally don't have any of this shit, right? And so if you don't go and investigate this shit, how do you sit there and talk about it? It's absolute bullshit, status quo. And you all help stoke what's going to happen at the Capitol again, just because we're talking about this, by the way.
Whatever. This is the real life equivalent of the raise hand function. So I got someone. People on the left, socialists, Marxists,
More specific.
Marxist-Leninists,
Okay.
ANCOMs,
Okay.
communists.
So we're just going after the whole damn left. Let's go.
Yeah,
All right.
all y'all. Stop posting pictures bragging about getting your fucking vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
No one wants to see that shit. Bro. I'm seeing all kinds of motherfuckers with hammer and sickles in their bio on the left talking about, oh yeah, I got the vaccine. Bitch. Oh, which one? The Pfizer one? Yeah. Also, all of a sudden, y'all are really happy about Pfizer now. All of a sudden, y'all are really happy about AstraZeneca, who, as Whitney Webb revealed, had ties to the fucking British Eugenics Society.
9 countries have banned that. 9 countries.
Yeah.
9 countries have now banned the AstraZeneca.
They banned the AstraZeneca.
And look, like, not just the countries that typically have harsh reactions to anything just because it comes from the West, but like, you know, countries that don't want to kill their fucking population. Look,
Yes.
finish your
Yeah, like biotech, Johnson and Johnson, fucking Moderna, who fucking Moncef Slaoui was on the board on and owned stocks in, and he was the top guy in Warp Speed. Like, are we fucking serious? That's what we're fucking celebrating?
Can't talk about Warp Speed.
Oh, sorry.
Talk about Warp
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry. Okay, YouTube, give us the fucking QAnon context warning. All right. Yeah. Fucking punk ass.
Fuck you too.
Like, listen, you're celebrating these companies in the process. You're legitimizing fucking Operation Warp Speed. Do you not realize that they contracted fucking Palantir to help with this shit, guys? Well, I know you don't, but fucking wake up to it. Stop letting your hatred of the right think that any criticism of a vaccine is QAnon. Oh my God, we have to get the vaccine. Look at those anti-science extremists holding up the vaccination site at Dodger Stadium.
I'm
Like
the last
listen,
person you
I
can do.
know I have seen the people that have done those Dodger events. Okay, yes, a lot of them are cunts, but that doesn't detract from the issue. And I still talk to those people, but that doesn't detract from the greater problems of the issue. Your hatred of the right should not lead you to be blinded on so many issues. Blinded on issues like human sex trafficking, like pedophilia, like the Great Reset, like Warp Speed in this vaccine and COVID nonsense. Because it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Anybody else want to go?
Yeah, let me point something out too. Biden went after my boyfriend. Do you guys know that? He called Putin a killer. And I'm really upset about that because, you know, Putin is my lover and he's Comrade Misty's or she's his puppet.
Yeah, we're buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Buddy.
did you know Putin was a killer? Did you know that? 'Cause I
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah.
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 I knew that.
Oh.
I knew that.
Yeah. I don't know who he fucking killed.
Vlad
Except-
don't fuck around. Vlad don't fuck
Vlad
around.
works out.
You think anybody who gets on the back of a
He
bear
really does.
with just like pants on
Right?
has not
Bro.
like with his bare hands taken a life if for no other reason than to absorb its force
Mid frolic.
in order to if that's what you want to call it. But simply in order to become a better killer.
Shirtless
No.
quickening.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Bit of a quickening.
Yeah. So we love Putin in this household. That's all.
Oh, I'm gonna get so many tweets about that, Fiorella.
From who?
Personally,
The same.
The same idiots that post your Twitter.
now that
on my
Russiagate's,
Twitter.
you know, now that Russiagate is yet again resurrected, and now that Joe Biden is going after Vladimir Putin and after Iran and Syria, it looks like we're right back to what 2012 again, 2013
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe and
2012 was much better than this.
I don't want to wait 3 years for another marmot to wander in the collider.
Yeah.
I don't. I look. Our task
don't have
is
that kind
to
of time.
secure self-determination where we can, to hold back the coming dystopia where we cannot. If all else fails, to accelerate its self-destruction. And I feel like, again, not that a marmot necessarily, but perhaps a more intelligent creature.
Oh, here we go. Listen, a box jellyfish is invasive. It's the most venomous creature ever. I think it would be a good candidate because it's pretty intelligent. It has several pairs of eyes and it swims on its own. Like jellyfish don't do that. Yeah, I'd do a Bosch, but I don't know if that's more intelligent. I don't know if that's more intelligent than a marmot though.
That out without context.
Okay.
No,
I'll
she said
throw-
box jellyfish. box jelly,
No,
right?
wait.
Or because
Box-
I mean, is there a
Okay, well,
difference?
I mean,
still
specific.
don't know
If
who
you
that
want
is.
the specific creature, it would be the Chirinae flaccari, which is the
Jack
most
wants to
venomous
know
version
if
of
a
the box
piranha
jellyfish.
or is
That's
it
the
two
one with the
weasel legs?
eyes. Oh, dude, did we get another super chat?
We did.
Yay! You want me to read it?
You have to do it.
Oh,
in
shit.
I think
Or do
there's
you
one
wanna
from
read it?
earlier in there too you missed.
Okay. Let me do my best pasta impression. Yeah, I'm 66% Southern Italian, guys. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a civil liberties guy. Okay.
But how Italian are you?
Thank you, Real Politics, for the super chat, as it is ways appreciated on the couch.
Do the weapons? Oh.
Real Politics.
It's always like
They
this.
call that. They have a term for that.
Real Politics says, thank you, Glory. Thank you, Real Politics. You should snip that and make it its own video. Aw. Many comrades also blindly embrace AI and big tech and ignore who owns it all. Yes, they do, because they let the fucking partisan narratives blind them to see better, which is like, okay, Steve.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I said please so many times. Please. If you're going to go to the trouble to talk about how the donors control politicians, say the fucking names of the donors.
Yeah.
It's not a nebulous concept. It's not something that exists in an imaginary realm or in an entirely different plane of existence. Donors isn't a metaphor. They are people. Those people have names. Say the people's names, make them household names. I probably much nicer than what I sound like right now, but like, oh my God, just please do this thing. If you agree that Congress is essentially the public relations firm for the oligarchy, if that's something that we can agree on, then tell the people who the fucking oligarchs are. I know. It might hurt your channel. It might hurt your channel. It might. Your YouTube channel where you can't say the shit that you want to say anyway, because if you brush up against something controversial or title your video the wrong way, or don't title your video the wrong way, or have footage that's just raw video that is perfectly up for grabs to be stolen, but worth a strike if somehow somebody in the raw video says something that narrative management doesn't like. Why? Why can't you just say the names of the people who are manipulating Congress? Stop talking about it. Stop talking about it like it's a fucking metaphor. I don't play team sports.
And you don't do tricks.
I don't play team sports. When I criticize a party, it's because it's a shit party, not because I'm trying to divide anything or go after anything, but because it is a clear limited hangout resource dump for disaffected burners and people who are trying to sustain an audience because they can't come up with new fucking ideas.
Well, I ain't gonna do no subtweet about what party you're talking about, because MPP. Listen to your fucking black volunteers. When they put out a fucking petition, don't just slide that shit. Don't just slide it under the rug. Don't just ignore it. Pretend like you can't hear them, like they haven't reached out to you. Fucking listen to them. Don't treat them like a fucking joke either, because I've seen people do that shit. Don't. Just fucking listen to your black women volunteers who have petitioned you. That's all I'm going to say on that before I get any deeper. But the solution isn't going to be a party. especially one that's seemingly only fielding candidates at a national level.
I've been saying this.
Yes. The solution is not going to be a party. It has to be post-partisan, or else we won't get together the numbers that we need. And oh my God!
What?
Mirror, thank you so much for the Super Ray. Oh my God, thank you. That's so awesome, Mirror Ray. I'll even do a pasta for you. Thank you for the Super Ray, as it is always appreciated on the couch.
Do you now see how?
I mean, it is a couch. It is a couch.
Move over. Oh, sorry. I just want to say you have to listen to everybody too as well, Glory, because you're not like. Because here's the thing too, because when a guy who's 66% Southern Italian tells you that you need to have somebody on your election advisory board as well, then you need to have it, because you have said zero squat about HR1 coming in and not only fucking you, MPP, but fucking any third party. Okay, with the campaign finance reform. So listen to people out there who know what's fucking going on, the activists on the ground,
But
whatever
Ryan
their specialty
Grimm
is.
said,
Yeah.
Ryan Grimm said.
Yeah, but Ryan Grimm says, and right now it's going to fuck you, because if you want to get matching funds, now in 20 states, they've raised it by 5 times the amount. That affects you directly if you are serious about winning seats. So listen to the people. Misty, not Mindy.
Or is it Mindy right now? Who knows who I am at this moment, right?
Do that.
He did just do that.
It's really uncomfortable there. I can't say it.
You can always sit on your lap.
Oh, Steve could sit on his lap. That would be cute.
Steve is not going to.
This is a really terrible episode of Fuck Your Faves with Comrade Mindy, and I apologize because we're all in a really good mood, as you can see. It's lots of fun for us.
Look,
to be around each other, and
this is a perfect episode.
It is.
Of Fuck Your
I just feel
Face.
like there should be more ranting. And
Well, I mean, because you're always going on about, oh my God, I love it when we do live streams after protests, because we're all delirious and shit, and like people
We're
seeing
very
us
tired.
real and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what this is.
Yeah.
It's just we're being real with you, because we're real.
Yeah.
Unlike some of these punk asses in the allegedly independent media.
Come on, I'm
Yeah.
like a Russian and a Fed and what else? I'm a Nazi collaborator, and I'm also
Friend of Nicolas Maduro.
Crypto
yes.
fascist, right?
Yes.
Crypto fascist.
I'm a grifter. I'm using Julian Assange for a career.
I ambushed someone.
Yes, you ambush somebody like
Yeah.
there's a lot-
steak.
Yeah, I'm a beefsteak.
What?
Oh, what?
I'm a beefsteak.
Yeah.
What the fuck is?
Okay, red.
It's a Nazi
Red on the
movie.
inside, brown on the
Yeah.
outside. Red brown alliance. Yeah. It's
Oh my
Red,
God.
red,
Oh my
red.
God, guys,
And the
guys,
same
guys, look
people.
at this
Hold on, here we
lineup.
go.
The Red
Here we
Brown Alliance.
No,
Let's
listen.
go.
The same people who try to claim that we are advocating for a red-brown alliance 100% advocate for a blue-brown alliance. These are people that cheer on actual imperialists, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders. These are imperialists, yes. And you can go fuck yourselves, because it's all projection, and I see through you, homies, and it's fine. Like, you can come for me, but I know I see you. I see you, fuckers.
It's so true. Real Nazis, while they wag their fingers at imaginary fucking Nazis.
I got no time for that shit, dude. I know
Serious.
I know who the fuck I am. Thank you.
Hey, you fucks! Operation Paperclip. Yeah, yeah. That's a real thing. You
That was
can
a great addition
you
to the
you can
conversation, Steve.
you can look up the own government documents to see where literal Nazis are. Literal.
Whatever.
Yeah. Some of y'all smoking dick, bruh.
not even.
We don't have a whole lot of time where we're going to be able to do this free assembly thing. I don't think. And look, what a lot of time that if we get a couple 5-10 years, dude, I'll be amazed and make fantastic fucking use of it. If we get 6 months. I'll be amazed and get fantastic fucking use out of it. Like that's the whole point. That's the whole point. If look, man, I have checked in on a couple of different shows and I see their chat, and their chat is, you would think it's 2017.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not just the same energy, but like the same dead ass conversations, the same dead end fucking conversations where they're running around in circles and fucking hashtag Medicare for all and shit like that. And look, dude, there is nothing wrong with recognizing the horror show that is the U.S. healthcare system. Dude, it is a death machine. It is a death for profit model. It is treat a symptom, especially if it can turn you into a junkie. That's and that desperately needs to be changed. If the current system is allowed to run something like Medicare for all, the hoops that you're going to have to jump through, the social credit that you're going to have to be able to prove, the ability to pass your pre-crime test. I mean, this is shit that it already fucking exists.
Yes.
How many people covered Daniel Baker? How many?
Us.
How many? How many people pre-crime in what, 2019? Right after Bill Barr walked out at a conference and said, boy, it would be a real shame if there were mass shootings on the same day. We really need the tools and the technology to be able to scour the internet and be able to get a head start on these crimes. And then 3 weeks later, there were 2 mass shootings in the same like weekend, except for one. Really, it wasn't what it was supposed to be. It was like a brother who shot his girlfriend or his sister's boyfriend and shit like that, and shot himself. But it happened in public, and so Donald Trump came out the next day and he said, we need to give law enforcement the tools to be able to scour the deepest and darkest corners of the interwebs in order to stop these crimes before they start. Pre-crime is a thing. They're making arrests for it. There's currently at least one person that we know of that's being held without bail with the charge of potentially committing a crime at some point in the future
For a Facebook post.
That he had been monitoring, that he had been monitored since September of 2020. They arrested him January 15th. This is real shit. This is real shit. And if you're not hearing it, except for a handful of places, that's a fucking problem. If all you're hearing about is, well, why aren't the Democrats doing what they ran on?
Oh my God, I have something for that.
Oh.
I've said this before.
All right
But
then.
fucking clearly, I need to say it again. We can't go on about how Democrats are weak. Democrats are bad at their job.
No, they're not.
Democrats need to do their job. No, they are doing exactly what they are meant to do. By contrary, they are doing amazing at their job because they are doing exactly what they are here to do. They are doing the perfect corporate empire PR. AOC doing narrative management on her IG Live to a fucking T. That is how this shit is supposed to be. They're not in. Democrats are not in there to fight for Medicare for all. They're not here to get to your Green New Deal, which hopefully that shit doesn't happen anyway, because AOC's Green New Deal is fucking trash. It's a Green New grift, okay? And then they're not in there to get you your 2K checks. Oh, hey, whatever happened to your fucking 2K checks? How's that going now, huh? Is it 2K? Is it now? All those people that went on and on making a fuss about, oh, well, if you elect Reverend Warnock and John Ossoff, that's guaranteed 2K checks. That's what's gonna happen. If we do this, we will pack Democrats into a corner, policy-wise. Bitch, the fuck you mean? They're not in there to work for us. They're in there to be fucking PR agents for the empire. They are doing a great fucking job at doing what they're supposed to do. They're not weak, okay? They're not doing a bad job because that's what they're in there to do. So stop fucking around with the fucking Democrats.
And stop making excuses.
No, I just want to say we know they're doing a good job because you all are fucking buying it. Chumps. You're buying it. You're out there capitulating to them, defending this shit when you were all about, oh, we're going to hold them accountable. We're going to push them left. How's the fucking mitigating damage going now? How's it going right now? You got to gots with your fucking rescue release, right? So don't tell me shit. And it's going to be one lie after the other lie after the other. It's not that it's a bad strategy, so get off that shit. It was a bad strategy when it was a bad strategy 3 fucking failed strategies ago.
You don't
now,
know what's going on behind the scenes, Pasta.
oh, yes, I fucking do.
Oh, you know the committee appointments? Oh, no, they didn't get those.
Oh, yeah.
Put on behind the couch.
No. Oh, we did, yeah.
Yeah, we got it. We got
Whoa.
a super rich.
Whoa.
You got nothing.
You don't get it. Somebody tell me what the fuck the squad has done. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me.
They have
Fuck your Easter eggs. Fuck pushing the conversation. I'm not impressed. I don't give a fuck. You know what? People can't eat a conversation.
Conversation.
No, fuck that. First of all, hold on.
For
Hold
the
on.
breathing of thy holy Saint.
No, fuck that. No.
Medicare for all. Would not be a house.
That erases all of the activists. Mittens.
Oh my god, that's
Fuck
how
his
you're
mittens. Mini mittens. I like that actually. Yeah, but y'all, like,
As opposed to like Nikki.
people are dying. So fuck your mittens and your scrunchies and your chucks and your lip color and your fuck off. Like, I don't have time for that shit.
Still a beso colored for all of you who
I don't give a fuck what color it is. I don't give a damn. Like, I'm done. This shit is not. I don't know why people are making excuses for this shit. It's not excusable. Like, there are no excuses for the things that they. We're in the middle of whatever you think of the pandemic. That's what we are in the middle of. And instead of fighting for Medicare for all, they told us now's not the time. And but we can get $15 an hour. And they smeared anybody who wanted them to fight for that. And then it came time for $15 an hour, and then they didn't do that either. And people are still fucking making excuses for these people. Get off of it. Like, these are not. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. Period.
They don't really care about us.
For real. They don't. They don't give a fuck. Like, this cheerleading and it's not good. It's not good. And I'm tired of people acting like that's a thing that's, just stop it. Politicians are not like celebrities.
But that's what America wants, Mindy. They want to. Americans love celebrities. They love to fucking put people on a pedestal and pray to them. And if you know anything about celebrities, the more attention you give them, bad or good, the bigger they get. Look at AOC, 12.5 million followers. Do you think somebody that's a threat to the national security state is going to be propped up by CNN, MSNBC, and have a Vogue cover every other day? Seriously? Like, the moment that started happening with her, that was it was so obvious that she was fucking gonna do that shit.
But she has an awesome Cyndi Lauper video.
That's not don't disgrace Cyndi Lauper by comparing AOC.
So wait, real quick. Let me, Caden Rodriguez. Y'all guys are literally the best so good to have people really out here pressing these issues and talking about what we're all thinking. Well, those of us who actually have common fucking sense to see through the bullshit. Glory Jones, you want to finish that?
Scoop gang.
And then Costello, what time is the man bun on? Ed, come on.
Wow. So the man bun is by demand. He won't do it, guys. Come on.
I don't do tricks.
So we were supposed to shoot that today. We came back after the event, ordered some food. Johnny Buttons.
Just taking a nap.
Johnny Buttons was not.
The truth. Sequoia had a yoga class.
Sequoia's hot yoga class got canceled, and so he's in sort of like a downward fetus curled up in a little ball crying, and that's why they couldn't do that particular interview. He's got some shit to work out. Probably gonna have a vegan smoothie and yeah.
You'll see more than that.
But no, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I have the question. So pretty much what you all are talking about right now. Like when I was in Florida just recently, I was going over how bad the Democratic Party is and what Bernie has done to us, and now we kind of got left in the dust. And then they asked about the Green Party, and I said that's not a solution right now too as well. So my question to all of you over here is, what do you direct somebody to do? Is it just direct action through here, hold on. Here, go. What do you do, Misty?
Yeah. I'm just some chick from Ohio, so I don't really know what the fuck you do. But in my opinion, mutual aid needs to be a focus, because if we are going to have any kind of sustained general strike, or if we're going to, if things are going to get really bad, which is possible, you need to be prepared for that shit. Learn how to grow food, learn how to sew, learn how to build shit and fix shit, and collect rainwater or whatever, just in case, and like start talking to your neighbors, make relationships, build kind of a community, make sure that the people around you, know who you are and where you're at, and all, it's good. All we have is each other. The elected officials, the government, whatever, they're not here to help you at all. So we are all that we have, I think. And so, yeah, we just need to prepare ourselves for that, really. That's my opinion. But, again, just some chick from Ohio. Gloria Jones?
Yeah. I mean, I'd kind of say the same thing, like get involved in mutual aid, get involved in like eviction defense, protecting from sweeps, helping feed people as a start. And then, once you help in, ensuring people's basic needs, then you can start getting into the bigger picture stuff. You can, or you can do it in either order you want, really, but just like get out and do something. Like we need to bring back like just straight up on the ground blitzkrieg type stuff. Like whatever you're doing, literally just like for the protest today, like I was allegedly carrying around some chalk with me. So allegedly there's now some messages written on the wood that's protecting the CNN side outside of
They removed
CNN.
it, by the way.
They removed
They removed it. The wood's gone. They just put it up for today.
Well, okay.
Breaking news.
I should have took a picture. My bad.
Breaking.
But I was like, I drove by it, and I'm talking. I drove past it like a couple hours ago, and Johnny did point that out too as well. He goes, I wonder why they got the wood around the sign. I'm pretty sure it's for today. Who knows? But, and sure enough, when I drove past it, it was right there again. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we should have just took it the fuck off. Why didn't you take it off? You're a fucking carpenter.
Steve, none of us were
pull a hammer out.
No one in that
I
action.
can fly with that.
No one in that action.
I can fly with that.
Listen.
It's uncovered.
Already.
Listen,
Yeah.
no one in that action was nearly as blocked up enough as they needed to be to do that shit. But yeah. So yeah. For maybe however long it was, for a short period of time, there was resist the Great Reset. We are all Assange. Free Mumia. Free the truth. Free Julian Assange. Chalked on the CNN side, covered in wood. So that felt great. Allegedly. But yeah. But yeah, that kind of goes back to my bigger point, which was like, just like carry shit with you and then write stuff on sidewalks, put up flyers, and then when people see it, you start engaging them in conversations and use that as a segue into these issues. Like, be kind of blitzkrieg and random about your shit, and then you can get into more organized actions as well. It's just about doing whatever is in your capacity in whatever creative way you want.
No, nothing.
I know.
Yeah, Sequoia should know better.
But you guys said like mutual aid, right? So that's like kind of going off the grid. What about politically? Is there anything we can do politically? I know Andrew was talking about certain things when he was talking about elections, about what to do, and I think that's a great idea.
Block fucking polling stations. Stop people from voting if you have to. Jesus fucking
Why are you
Christ.
trying to stop democracy?
If there's a machine that is designed to kill you,
Put a magnet on that shit.
and your solution to this machine is to slap a couple shiny new parts on it every 2 to 4 years, all you're doing is prolonging the life of a machine designed to kill you. In any other situation, you would design a new machine.
Yeah.
You would build something different, knowing that all of the fundamental flaws in the design of the old machine have to go. You can't say, okay, let's keep half. Because even though the machine was designed to kill us, there were some decent things about this half. You have to examine why those things don't work within that structure, and then fucking ascend. I mean, Jesus Christ, like the isms have failed us. Every single ism has failed us. And you can say, well, communism doesn't work because every time it starts to succeed, the West shows up. Yes, that's it failing. That's the utopic or the future that you're trying to build under this system failing, because every time you get anywhere near it or even sniff at it, the United States or a Five Eyes nation will swoop in and bomb the shit out of you or destabilize you, send in economic hitmen, send in the CIA, send in special ops. That's what happens, and that ism failing. Just as capitalism fails by design because it can only reward so many people. And it can only reward so many people at once.
So, as far as the non-electoral aspect of it, I agree with my fellow ladies. Mutual aid is extremely important. People talk about general strike, but we don't have the mechanisms to do that. People's healthcare depends on their jobs. They have to work for a living. They don't have any money to feed their families and themselves, obviously. So in order to have a general strike, you have to be willing to lay all that down. And people aren't there yet. They're not at that point yet. But I think we're going to get there, unfortunately. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And that's on a non-electoral sense. There has to be a movement of people who actually are real revolutionaries in changing the system and not like engaging in the same system, because in a way I do agree with Steve that it's like you're trying to put a band-aid into something that cannot be fixed. So it has to come down. It has to destroy. In a certain sense, the empire has to fall in order for us to actually rebuild into whatever it is going to happen next. Like, we cannot do that until people see that this is irreformable. And so when we talk about elections, and Pasta and I always talk about election reform, that's what I mean by, or election, it's more of a revolution of election. I don't even like calling it reform, because reforming means you're using the same system. And I don't think we can afford to do that any longer at this very point in history, because before election reform happens, we need to have an ability to have that. We don't have that through the constitutional process. It doesn't work. We can't just say, oh, let's elect more squad members, because that if we just had more of us, it would just be different. No, that's not how it works, because if you had more of them, they would all do the same thing, because they are still part of this system, and the system has to go down. So that is the solution. The solution is really like, it's not going to happen through you voting. It's not going to happen that way. It's going to happen through the mechanisms of people being on the streets, which is why it's so hypocritical of all these people to not support direct actions when they talk about, we need direct action and organizing. Well, people are fucking doing it. You're just not supporting it.
Yeah.
And that's
Because
it.
it's not it. Look, man, you guys are the sponsors of this. There aren't, like, I don't know, the big well-known activist groups that have come out, and that's not to say that they haven't in the past. That's not to say that they won't in the future. But we contact everybody every single time. Andrew has been relentless about it. And it's not like people don't know. It's not like people don't know. Bitch, you know you watch. It's not like you don't know. Like, right? I mean, we've been talking about this since the first, like, little A for A meeting about the concept of it, and these guys were pissed off enough and sick of it enough and ready to fucking do something about it that isn't just getting on a hamster wheel and then throwing money out of it. Fuck, dude.
Just trying to picture
That.
Jesus Christ, man. So the fuck censorship protest happened, and oh my god, dude, it was fantastic. It was great. It really was incredibly cathartic. To let CNN know what they were, to let Google know what they were,
CIA.
to let Fox and NBC.
And they had people watching us on the roof.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I shit
With their
talked
little
so
phones, like-
bad.
She did shit talk on the megaphone. Yes, she did. Allegedly.
But no, I mean, that shit happened. It did. It's on a lot of people's cameras. Yeah. But so CNN covered up their sign. They uncovered it as soon as we left, apparently. But they didn't want us to, I guess, deface the sacred logo
truth and justice.
We're anti-censorship and Assange activists. None of us are dumb enough to try that shit without being blocked up. But yeah.
I just want to say something real quick.
You're a civil liberties guy?
No, hashtag our squad is growing.
Our squad is growing.
Not the fraud squad.
Down joke.
Real intersectional squad, not intersectional fascist squad. There's a
Seattle
difference.
fucking house. You know it. Our squad is growing.
difference.
I can't believe that just fucking happened. I really can't. Holy shit. Margaret Villa, you all killed it today. Wish I was there with all you movers and fucking shakers. I don't know about that, man. Margaret Villa.
Margaret.
Margaret's awesome. Thank you.
Love you.
Guys, if you haven't, if you're watching this on YouTube, you need to not be.
Go on,
Roxanne. Thanks, PJ. Thanks. Solid.
Thanks for the Super Ray
Yeah.
from PJ Avamucha. Aw. I like water.
Their
too.
pronunciation has been far superior to yours thus far. Pasta. Just
Why are you
wanted
gonna put me on blast?
First of all, you keep saying this like, oh, Gloria, your pronunciation is better than pasta. Like, of course. I grew up in Miami. Like, yeah.
I just like to
Yeah,
publicly
yeah.
say him about
Come on, Pasta. We
his
know
lack of
this.
Spanish knowledge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He is 66% Southern Italian though, so. It's okay.
All right, you wanna?
And I'm a Miami native.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Can I say something too before we wrap?
Yes.
I guess.
So anybody out there watching the show, we're going to talk about it on our show too as well. If you've seen our footage been used on any local channel, send it to us. Download it, send it to us on the convocouch@gmail.com. Because that was another thing that was great today, that every single fucking step we went to, wherever we went, we say, motherfuckers, don't come out here and talk to us. Your ass owes us a check. Go back in there and ask those executives in that fucking CNN office to get us a fucking check.
That was awesome.
Google, you owe us a check. You done used our shit. We know it's our shit. Our watermark's on there. And you can't even say our fucking name. You can't even say our name. An independent podcast.
You gonna let him talk to you like that?
By the way, I love you. Thank you guys. I had an amazing time today. And I didn't mean to say our squad is growing to be like stupid. I was kind of mocking the whole thing about the electing more members of the squad while you got Jamal Bauman coming in going, I just got an endorsement from Barack Obama. And he's bragging about it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You've learned nothing, everybody. Yeah, you've learned nothing.
Mindy.
Oh, are we closing out?
Yeah.
Mindy.
All right. Yeah, Mindy. It is.
Pissed at me for life.
Why? Why would we be pissed at you for like?
This is an
Because I'm the one who
homage.
did it first.
No,
is an
because now it's
homage,
become my
Pasta.
alter ego. It's my Sasha
Mindy
Fierce.
Mittens.
Yeah, it's my. Well, now that I have Mindy Mittens, Mindy Moneybags. What's the other one?
No, I do have Mindy Got Rocks, maybe.
Mindy Got Rocks. Yeah. There will be. I will have multiple alternative personalities. I guess. Mindy's my Sasha Fierce, y'all. And I wish actually I would have had Sasha. I was telling them earlier. I wish I would have had Sasha Fierce speak today because Misty spoke and it was weird and awkward. But you know, you'll have that. So.
We love Misty.
Oh yeah,
Mindy's
she's
so
all right.
sassy.
Yeah. Mindy gives no fucks. That's what it is. Okay, so yeah, I'm Misty. You can find me on Twitter at Sarcasm Stardust. I have another show called Facts on the Ground. I don't know what we have going on. We have a lot of shit coming up, but I don't remember any of it because I don't have my calendar, and so I don't know what's going on.
Look what we got right there.
What?
I'm sorry. Read that when you're done. Immediately, CNN contacted us to ask them to give
Oh, CNN just contacted them. CNN
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're okay. No, you're
I
okay.
will never dream of interrupting Mindy Mittens in her.
Sometimes I just told Sleepy Josh in the chat that sometimes I need to be interrupted because he's like, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Hey, that's
Dude.
where my check
Yeah.
chance worked, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah, because we stood outside of all of them and yelled about their checks, getting Convo Couch their credit because fuck that dude, bitches, lazy ass propagandist piece of shit. Okay, anyway, so yeah, that's where you can find me. I don't know, I probably forgot some stuff because I always do, but whatever. Tomorrow we're gonna be at the DOJ at noon, so if you're in town, come hang out, come say hi. Thanks to Sleepy Josh, we love you so much. We wish you were here. Thanks to everybody who you don't see on camera, but they're here and they're awesome and they kick ass. And everybody who's been out to the protests, you guys are awesome. Thanks to Ford. And I want to say David from News Dive.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's David. Is it okay? I'm really bad at names, so I'm always really super paranoid that I'm going to fuck it up. So yeah, but anyway, I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but yes, we had a great day. Seriously, I know Fuck Your Faves kind of sucked today because we're all in a good mood, but we're all in a good
Tired
mood.
and delirious.
Deal with it. You got a little bit of rants in there, so yeah, it's all good. It's all good. A little mixed bag,
Right?
I think. Yeah.
Right?
Our squad is growing.
All right, Fee.
Go ahead.
We'll do it.
Our squad is growing. Thank you, Pasta. Yeah, so CNN, fuck CNN, fuck NBC, fuck Fox. We included Fox.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, we're nonpartisan here. Thank you guys so much for everything you've done to support both the Action for Assange, Clovers for Assange protests, and the fuck censorship protests, which are entirely intertwined, as you know. And there'll be more. This is only the beginning. Last time when we were here for Force the Vote and the Assange action, there was less people. Now there's more people, and we're going to keep growing this and doing things. And thank you, everybody that's also here as well, for being a part of it and working hard to make this happen. Bye, fams.
I'm Glory. I
It sounds like she's at like a
AA.
yeah.
My name's Glory.
I'm Glory. I gave.
I'm a truthaholic.
I'm Glory. I did some rants. I did some rants today in a megaphone. And
Glory Jones is fire.
yeah. Okay. Aww. Mirror. You're awesome. Thank you for the super ray. That's awesome. Says, fuck censorship. And yes. And yeah, today was literally so awesome, but tired and delirious now. It's because I was energetic at the event. That's why. And yeah.
It's true. That's a true story.
Yeah. And especially big ups to everyone that watches us that was there. I'm sorry if I'm awkward at introduction because like I yeah, but like big ups. We got yeah, we had some awesome speakers, some awesome participants. Got to talk some anime with some of y'all. That was fucking awesome. Yeah. And then Steve will plug all the shit.
So once again, to the people who helped us get here, you guys are fucking incredible, and we love you, and thank you. And yeah, there's no way we get to do it without your help. So we really do try to like make as much noise as we can, be as memorable as possible. We will be back at the DOJ.
Yeah, we will.
Tomorrow at noon. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. So we get it. We do. We get it.
It ain't gonna stop us.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
But we get it, you know. But fuck it, come out because we're a goddamn joy to be around.
We really are.
We really are.
I'm a fucking delight.
It's true. SlowNewsDayShow.com. There is a Discord. There can probably be an invite thrown into the chat. Or Josh, what's the thing?
Discord.slownewsdayshow.com.
Wanted to get Josh involved.
Just trying to make sure I'm paying attention.
There's a Mastodon instance. It's scoopgang.social. That's right. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. We'll be on the regular schedule with Anonymous Bites back next week. I am pretty sure. Yes. So Micah Dean will be on Sunday morning. We're talking astrotheology. That is gonna be cool.
Wow.
And then Sunday afternoon, we're probably gonna end up addressing a couple of things. But
Some bitch boy shit.
but
Don't worry
busy.
about it for now.
They already know.
Yeah.
You know, but
No, dude. It's
Not working. We got shit to do.
we're in the middle of 2 days of action for Julian Assange. This is a internationally planned thing. This is shit that not just us, man, but quite a lot of people have put a lot of time and energy and resources. And so, you know, this is what we're focused on. This is what we're going to be doing. Do what? Whoa, shit. Well, I gotta make sure because she was not feeling fantastic when I talked to her at like 3:00 this morning. Yeah. At any rate, hopefully we'll, and if we don't catch up with Whitney on Friday, we'll be doing it soon. We have lots to talk about. So you're going to want to be here for that. Once again, man, I just like for the MCSC network. Right? I was trying to figure out. Yeah. Holy fuck, dude. We miss you, Nico. We get it. We love you, brother. And fuck. Thanks, Sleepy Josh. Really wish you.
Hey yo. I said this in my speech, and I fucking meant that shit. We got the fucking tech ninjas on our side, bitch.
It's true.
So, thanks to everybody in the chats. Please go make your Rockfin account if you haven't done that. Rockfin is where we are going to be when YouTube arbitrarily and ridiculously removes our channel. And look, I real quick before I log out, I want to make a point to say thank you to you two for the way that you approached going at CNN today, the way that you approached going at Google today. And it was, where's our fucking check? You ripped us off, you motherfuckers. You can rob from me, you can steal from me, you can steal from me, but my footage is either worth a strike because it has too much truth in it, or nothing but mere theft because you lack the integrity to pay for it. Okay, fuck you. And when CNN emailed them afterwards,
moments after you said it.
they're gonna get their fucking money. They are. And you know what? They're not gonna run to Twitter and be like, thank you, CNN. Thank you for finally doing the right thing. Oh, I just, that, gosh, you're proof there is good eggs, like
You just gotta find the Easter eggs. Yeah.
they just fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me. And they're gonna because they left the fucking watermark on the screen and didn't say the.
He didn't ask me. What did I tell you?
Oh, I said that you.
I don't care.
Yeah, I said that you would say
I just said
okay.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Nico, why are you asking about something?
That's not Nico, but it's Brooks. But Brooks, yeah, Brooks.
Thanks for
So,
our stuff.
Yeah, shout out to Yelbro. He streamed our stuff, so he'd get it to their audience too tonight.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
get it to the
cool.
fucking store.
Yelbro is streaming this as well.
Yo, bro!
I think so.
Hey, shout out, yo, bro. What's good, Jordan? Okay.
Yeah.
Big
I was told earlier. I think so anyway.
Sometimes she gets riled up and her voice goes up a little bit.
Okay. You got 'em. I just also want to send some love right here to our Seattle peeps too as well. Thank you for coming on out, man. Seattle Roar Media, go check them out. ROAR on the Rockfin. ROKFIN. Sign up on your FM dial over here. Thank you so much. Special shout out to Oz back in Seattle running shit. Yeah.
Cheese it.
Not for nothing. The helicopter's been going round and round. But thank you very much for that stuff. So.
Yeah. So we will see you soon. Again, thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to everybody that helped get us here. We love you guys. Happy birthday.
Christine!
Happy birthday. And we'll see you soon. Good luck to us all.